Now, someone recently asked me during a live stream, Robert, how do I do timings in a tarot reading? You know, if someone is asking about a job promotion or a marriage or a pregnancy, and they want to know when's it going to happen. Well, we all want to know when it's going to happen. And just to cut a long story short, I think you don't really do timings in tarot. I think tarot is a personal development thing. It's the best thing about it is to tune into the present. The past has an important influence on the present, and tarot can be predictive. It can tell you where you're headed. And sometimes you do get predictions, and they can sometimes be strangely accurate. But that's not what tarot is good at. That's not what communicating with the other dimensions is good at. The people or the intelligences in the other dimensions actually, I don't think, have a very good sense of time, and they are often wrong. I have seen amazing tarot readers in my time, amazing psychics. I knew a lady in Brighton who was able to tell me the name of the next person I was going to make a film with. And when I told her, no, he's not called Jonathan, he's called John, she said, I'm getting a Jonathan. And it turned out he was actually called Jonathan and I had his name wrong. So she was like Nostradamus. She was incredible. But her timed predictions, although they were occasionally in the right ballpark, they sometimes weren't, and sometimes they would be out by 10 years. And I've heard this before. Oh, that timing was out by 10 years. So I think when people ask about timings, you should gently steer them off. But then it depends what kind of service you're offering. You know, if you want to keep the customer talking, if you want to keep them busy, there are certain things you can do in tarot around timings. I'm going to give you this information and then you can see what you think about it and see what you think the ethics of it are. I don't think you should really do timings. But look, here's a traditional gypsy spread for timings. Now, I've got 4 cards here. It could be 8 cards. It could be 12 cards. But what you do is you use the Wheel of Fortune and 3 other cards. So take the Wheel of Fortune, take 3 other cards, shuffle them and lay them down like this. And the answer to the question is yes, soon, delays, and no. Okay, that's the gypsy spread. You can also do it so that there's more than one card in all of these positions. Like, for example, you could have 3, 3, 3, and 3. So in that case, you would shuffle the pack, deal 11 cards face down, and add the Wheel of Fortune. Shuffle them again and put down 3, 3, 3, 3. And then you'd see where the Wheel of Fortune was. Say it's here in the no position. And you'd have 3 cards in the no position. You'd have the Wheel of Fortune and the other 2 cards. Then you'd be able to give a little bit of information as to why the answer was no, or in this case, why there were going to be delays. That's the gypsy spread. Now, there are other options. There are some people who use aces. So 1 ace could be spring, 1 could be summer, 1 could be autumn, 1 could be winter. You can look it up. I think there probably are traditional gypsy or Romany ways of reading the aces to get the seasons. And people do that very seriously. So, if you think that you're a person who can read tarot and who has a hotline to the spirit guides that are particularly good about timing, then by all means knock yourself out. Use the 4 aces and just shuffle the pack and keep dealing till an ace comes down and then say, okay, spring, summer. But I would say steer clear. I'm Robert Farah. You have been watching Tea and Tarot. I'm actually not here. I'm not here, am I? In my home in Berlin. I'm out in London running around buying books and buying tea. That's why this video is a bit short. But month of November, I'll be back in Berlin. Until then, there will be one little video per week. as I have scheduled them using my fabulous YouTube studio. See you later. Bye.